What would you do if an alien found its way into your mind and began showing you other people's thoughts? Welcome to the Comicstorian Complete Story Series, where you get audio dramas of your favorite comic books, helping you decide what to go out and add to your collection. Today, we return with Absolute Martian Manhunter, issue number 2 by Deniz Camp. I hope you enjoy. His parents were dead, shot in their easy chairs. A game show still blaring on the TV as blood pooled beneath their cooling corpses. Trigger stood in his room, arms held wide, pistol still in hand. Posters on the wall glorified the conspiracies of the world, while in front of him, the image of a white alien stared into his eyes. Meanwhile, John Jones walks through the streets of the city, the strange colored smoke still swirling around him. He's turned away from the image of the red-eyed green Martian. It's not real. None of this is happening. It's all in your head, John thinks to himself as he lights a cigarette. But the smoke swirls up and takes on the image of the Martian. What happens in your head also happens, the image whispers in John's mind. John throws away his cigarette in disgust and keeps moving. The Martian resistance is futile, but not how you think, the Martian whispers to him. But John keeps moving, and the Martian follows. It's an image appearing everywhere that John looks. Understanding comes later. Total, complete, full understanding would result in mind self-destruction, the Martian whispers. It's an image pointing at him from the man's paper, but John grabs it and crumples it up. None of this makes sense! Just leave me alone! He yells as he turns away, and the Martian reaches for him. Be calm, the Martian whispers as it places a hand against his head. Suddenly, a sense of calm overtakes John, washing away his agitation. He looks into his past. He sees his honeymoon with Bridget. They lay in the grass. He smells his mother baking cinnamon rolls after school. The anger leaves John's mind, and he keeps walking. Martian? We've been to Mars. We have pictures. There's no aliens up there. John points out to the Martian as it appears on a crosswalk sign. Not Martian, not literal. Symbol, concept, alien, different, far away, the Martian tells him. John keeps walking. The Martian appears as a parking meter and on the face of a baby, always following, but really in John's mind. We must go, John. The parents are already dead. He will soon decide on Certa Street, the Martian tells him. But John finds himself getting agitated again. He leans down at the baby in the stroller. What do you want? Why are you here? John demands. I, you, we are mind, hunt, kill, save, redeem, heal, the Martian says in his mind. The mother whirls on him, shouting for him to get away from her baby. Across the city, Trigger has loaded up his parents' car and left them behind. He drives away, ready to strike. John has kept moving. We must hunt. The human race is under attack, the Martian tells him, now replacing the head of Madame Xanadu on a sign. Under attack from what? John demands, but suddenly he stops. The colors swirl all around him. Open your eyes. Martian vision. See people clearly for the first time, the Martian whispers. John looks around, staring at the people that pass him. The colors swirl. The thoughts seem to leak from everyone's mind, turning into a long stream that John can see and read at the same time. But the thoughts aren't good. Everyone thinks of despair, paranoia, rage, and fear. John can't help but stare. The world seems to shift to what the people see, shifting to a world of dismay. Evidence. Sociotoxic buildup of bad vibes, the Martian whispers. John turns and stares into the window of the psychic's shop. The Martian smiles at him as the head of a statue of Shiva. Complete psychoplanetary collapse is imminent. Responsible entity must be hunt, kill, healed, the Martian tells him. John nods and keeps walking, but the Martian reminds him that they need to reach Serta Street. John keeps nodding his head, still not understanding what's happening. Repeat, cannot understand, not yet. Consciousness expansion, upgrade in progress, the Martian promises. John stops and sits on the curb. He can still see the thoughts leaking out of those that pass by, and lights a cigarette. A nearby mailbox warps into the Martian. What do you want from me? John asks as he takes a deep drag of a cigarette. Partner, ally, roommate, friend. Time is strange, frustrating, short. Trigger has reached Little Damascus, the Martian warns. John's mind seems to expand. He can see the gunman moving down the street, whispering about invaders arriving on Earth, taking the form of human beings, that they must be hunted down. John's eyes widen as he sees Trigger open fire on a crowd, the rifle thundering in his hand. John stands quickly as his phone buzzes. Jones, there's a possible active shooter event. Local PD is en route and requesting assistance. GPS puts you nearby, his bosses warn. John nods and rushes to his car. On my way, he acknowledges. John starts the car, and the color smoke swirls inside and takes the form of the Martian in the passenger seat. Let's ride, partner! Spooky action heroes at a distance. The Martian cheers. Trigger moves down the street. The rifle barks in his hand as he finds his targets. He knows the invaders look like regular humans. He fires again. They walk around, hoping we won't notice. Well, I notice, Trigger whispers as he takes aim and fires again. The man in front of him is begging for his life. But Trigger raises his rifle. Welcome to Earth, he whispers and fires twice. John's car screeches to a halt and he rushes forward. But the Martian seems to leap from his mind and into Trigger's. The gunman whirls, but John throws up his hands. Hey, Trigger, John shouts. He can see the life draining from the victims. Some are already dead. Others have color swirls of their memories and thoughts. But John can see the swirling thoughts of Trigger as well. The Martian moves through his memories, looking for something useful. Trigger Taylor! It's me, Clyde Toomis, John says with a smile. He can see Trigger camping with a friend long ago. Trigger glares at him. Toomis? How long's it been? I hardly recognize you, Taylor says, the rifle wavering for a moment. The Martian keeps moving, turning his gaze on the thoughts and memories, trying to find where Trigger was corrupted. Is that really you, Toomis? Or are you just pretending? Trigger asks as his finger tightens on the trigger. But John smiles. Of course it's me. Now put the gun down, okay? So we can catch up, John tells him. The thoughts drift away as another victim dies nearby. More people are hiding. Their thoughts turn to family and regrets from their past. Suddenly, local police arrive on the scene, screeching to a halt and readying their weapons. But John turns, flashing his FBI badge, shouting for them to hold their positions. The Martian has found what he's looking for in Trigger's mind. A swirling dark matter, pulsing and shifting in shape. Level 18 delusion hallucination. Brain rotter. Invasion coded. Classic us versus them architecture. Very delicate destruction construction. Bad idea number 2894. The everywhere, everyone, everything enemy. Simple to disable, uncreate, disarm. The Martian whispers as he turns his gaze upon it. Red beams shooting from his eye and burning the dark thoughts. Trigger wavers again. He looks around at the bodies as if he's seeing them for the first time. What did I? Oh my God, I didn't. What was I? He whispers. But suddenly, there's a gunshot. The local PD have opened fire, and the round rips through Trigger's head. Blood splatters, but John watches as the swirling colors of thoughts and memories in Trigger's mind release into the world before fading away into nothing. But the Martian sees something in that final moment. Sees Trigger standing before the poster of a white Martian. Sees it distort and take shape, and jumping into the young man's mind. That night, John returns home. He slips into bed beside his wife and stares up at the ceiling, but his eyes aren't his own. The Martian stares out from them as well. This is worse than he thought. The White Martian has come to end humankind. And that concludes issue 2 of the Absolute Martian Manhunter. The White Martian has arrived on Earth with the goal of ending humankind. But will John and the Green Martian be able to stop him in time? You'll just have to wait until next time. But if you enjoyed today's story, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. And click that bell icon because it gets you notifications when new videos go live. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.